They really be paying motherfuckers for that shit?
Yes, I told you I got the notification. It's legit. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm guessing once you pass 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, that's
Yeah.
when you're eligible. Yeah, and you got a debit card and all that, right? So you good.
True.
No, easiest way, B. I'm on my way. That's the easiest way. You know what I'm saying? They want you to at least like for each month they want you to make at least 2 reels and 10 posts. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? I could do that like right now for a whole day. That's easy.
I feel you.
Such things, but
Jesus. Everyone's talking about that Kendrick Lamar concert last night. The concert I fucking had to miss.
What happened with Kendrick?
Now they said that Charlotte show was a good ass show.
Uh,
I'm okay. I'm okay. Cute. Hmm.
yeah, man.
I can't believe it's already Monday already. Oh,
Already Monday. May is here. Yeah, May 5th. Cinco de
just
Mayo.
just another manic Monday.
Classic song.
That's the one Prince wrote for them, right?
Yes. He was
Okay.
dating Susanna.
Wait, Susanna Melvoin, she was originally in the Bengals?
Yeah, the leader, he was dating her.
Oh, oh wow.
You didn't know that? You the big Prince fan. I thought you would know that stuff.
I mean, I knew he wrote a song for them and
Yeah, he
shit
was
like
dating
that.
her. He was dating her.
Interesting. Mm. What up, Romero? What do you think about that brand new show with Queen Latifah, The Equalizer?
Brand
Oh
new
my,
show. That shit ain't brand new. That shit got canceled tonight. What you talk about?
oh my God! Thank you, Mom.
That shit is gone now. It's done. Trump got
For
rid of
real.
it.
Not Trump got rid of it.
Yeah, Trump got rid of it. He got rid of all the shows on CBS that are black or ethnic. They got rid of. So it's not a new show at all. That should been on for like 5 years.
She, man, she was surprising me on that show. She was kicking ass, running and shit. I was like, damn, shit.
Back to rap you go, Latifah. It's time. MC Light dropped the album last year. Will Smith dropped the album. It's time for Latifah to come back.
And I don't want no jazz. I like the jazz albums, but
No,
I want a straight up hip hop album and shit.
no more morning shows. No more TV shows. Back to rap. I haven't heard a great Latifah album since what '98. What was that joint?
Order in the court.
Order in the Court. Fire joint. It's
Thank you.
time. Let's go.
People be shitting on that album like a motherfucker. And I'm just like,
Nah, that album
nah.
was fire.
I even
It's
liked her
time to come
jazz.
back.
I even liked her jazz albums and shit she came out with, like the Dana Owens project.
That was alright. That was alright. I think I got that on bootleg. The jazz album.
Yeah, you know her,
Yeah.
like the same way how Andre was doing them fucking flute albums and shit.
hmm Right. And she had the Persona album too.
I never heard that one. That's the one I didn't hear.
That one had some songs was okay. She had like Cool and Dre on there. You know I don't like Cool and Dre.
Oh, oh God, are you serious?
Yeah, they were on there. But she had Missy. Missy did a track with her on there, but Order in the Court. That was like her last great album to me.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm so glad we did a review. We need to talk about one day. We need to talk about that Flavor Unit album, that compilation.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
for sure.
What's good, YouTube? How's y'all doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to build it with me.
Yo,
Now, this is kind of like a part two. I still have a little bit of stuff left over and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And Try has to show off some of his things that he's been collecting. So I want to give a shout out to Ash, Mike, and Christian for holding it down this past Friday and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Also happy Cinco de Mayo. You know what I'm saying? Happy Cinco de Mayo. So, like I said before, excuse me, excuse me. I've had some stuff. I mostly got some singles for this collection and stuff like that too. Found some old soundtracks, some rarities, and everything like that. So, these next couple of things, I'm not gonna hold you. Some of these are rare as fuck too. Some of these are great shit. But I showed y'all all the shit I want to show you in the previous video. But these ones still got some heat in them too. Now, this album, we talked about this album a while back ago when we did an artist Sunday on this artist, and they had a movie franchise too, and everything. You know, what I'm saying? I think this is actually the first album of this soundtrack that I've got, and it's House Party 3 soundtrack. Um, Very dope soundtrack. The movie was hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put on the same level as the first two, but at the same time, I felt like the soundtrack definitely made up for it. You know what I'm saying? Um, we've done a review on this album, and this album has some dope joints. Like, how about some hardcore with MOP? The illest with Red Hot Tone. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I really like this soundtrack because of the Kid and Play songs, like Bounce, Two Fingers. I love those joints. That's some of my favorite albums, the songs they've done. If they would have done an album based on that sound, I'll probably put that maybe on the same level as like Face the Nation, which is my favorite Kid and Play album. You know what I'm saying? But House Party 3 soundtrack. Check out the review breakdown we did of the first three house party. We only talked about the first three house parties, not the bullshit ones that came after and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
bullshit.
All right, so I'm gonna show y'all a single. I was so surprised I found this single and whatnot too. And y'all gonna be mad at me for this one. It is Showbiz AG with the Fat Pocket
Oh,
single.
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Again, we've done it. We talked about their first two albums, Showbiz and AG. One of my favorite acts to come from the Digging in the Crates crew. You know what I'm saying? This song came from their first album, Runaway Slave, which is a hip hop classic. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But what pissed me off about that album, so if you guys remember the video Fat Pockets, man, they had that don 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 don. But see, they didn't really label it as a remix. They just labeled it as like the version. So I hear the
Mm,
album and it's not the fucking song. It pisses me off when a lot of '90s hip hop do that fucking shit. Like how they would have like a video version, but then they will label it as like the original version, not as a remix and stuff like that
mm,
too. So
mm.
that's kind of why I got this single just for that remix. You know what I'm saying? Very dope production. I mean, the original version was fine. I love the original, but the remix still gets played. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna show off too because I have a little bit, so I'll let you
All
go
right,
next.
you get them? You want me to go now?
Yeah, yeah, it's on you.
All right, shout out to my boy Mecca from Nigeria. He lives in Tennessee now. He used to live over here on the East Coast, and he's blessed me with vinyl in the past. And one of the vinyls he sent me was a New Edition's Heartbreak album,
Mm.
like during the pandemic. I think I showed that on here a couple times. But this time he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, try. I got a double copy of this album, and you may or may not have it. And I do have this album on CD, but never bought it on vinyl. But I have it on vinyl now. It's Big Pun, Capital Punishment, OG copy,
Ooh.
the OG copy. Love it. Classic album. Last week was the anniversary for Pun. rest in peace. Top 10 MC a lot of top 10 MC all time. Phenomenal album. So lyrical. Tres Leche. I know your song. You love that song, Mr. Jones. Punish Me.
Yeah, yes.
Caribbean Connection with Wyclef. So many bangs on here. And I definitely appreciate this album on vinyl. You know, shout out to Mecca for sending me this. Definitely love it. This next album from a rock group. Love their first album. I have not heard a lot of this stuff after their first album, except for their last album that came out. I want to say that was last year or year before last. They dropped a new album. But their first album is classic. They've done tours with Eminem and Limp Bizkit. It's a Stain, Break the Cycle, 5 Night Classic. And you have the big hit, It's Been a While, and Fade. You have Outside. They also have a mix of Outside. It's the live version with Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. They did that on tour. But definitely a classic album. I hear nobody mention Stain. I love Limp Bizkit, but I love other rock groups as well. And this is one of them. My classic.
Okay, bet. All right, so I got another single I want to show y'all. I'm also very glad I got this single too. You know what I'm saying? This came from one of my favorite albums from this particular artist. It's Michael Jackson with the "Remember the Time" single.
You just been on a whole dangerous run right here. What's going on? You've been collecting all the dangerous stuff. You got the album on vinyl. You got the single. You getting Moonwalker next? What's next?
Well, the reason why I got the Dangerous vinyl was because the CD is my dad's CD and stuff like that. So I needed to have some vinyl because I like certain albums. If I have a certain album I love, I don't mind getting multiple formats and shit like that because I pretty much have 2 vinyls of Thriller, 1 CD version and a cassette version of Thriller and stuff too. But even with Illmatic, I got the original on vinyl in the 10th anniversary. So, and then also too, me DJing and stuff like that too. It's definitely when I do the something like this series, I like to get the instrumentals on certain singles and stuff like that too. So I just want to make sure I have it on vinyl because
What did you think about the Illmatic bonus CD for the 10th anniversary? Because I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
It was a bunch of terrible remixes. I ended up throwing out that bonus CD actually.
Like honestly, the reason why I got the 10th anniversary because I was little and the OG copy wasn't really available. But then when I saw it on vinyl, I'm just like, let me just get it on vinyl because the 10th anniversary, I was so disappointed because they didn't have the World Is Yours Q-Tip mix.
Right.
They didn't have Deja Vu. They had all these. You can tell those beats was made like 04. You can definitely tell those beats was made in like 04.
The one good song they had on there that I liked was the On the Real Marley Marl joint.
That was hot. I like
that. Should have been on Illmatic, but it was, for whatever reason, it was left off. But that's like the only bonus joint that I liked on it.
The reason why they said it was left off because I think Illmatic was kind of getting bootlegged even before it came out. So they had to push the album back because it was supposed to be longer than 10 songs too.
Right. Yeah. Eric Sermon was supposed to be on there and he didn't make it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, man. So to remember the time, you guys should know this single came out in 1992. Pretty much one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, period. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everyone's seen the classic music video directed by the late great John Singleton that was set in Egypt. Little trivia about the video and whatnot too, you know what I'm saying? I think what happened was I think the label did not really want to finance the video because they felt like a music video set in Egypt was not going to be successful and everything. So I think MJ actually financed it himself and everything like that too. Saying, and honestly, when it came to that music video, it just always so nostalgic watching that shit. Everybody was in that video from Eddie Murphy to Iman, the Far Side were dancers. Willie Draper, who was Michael Jackson for American Dream, was in the video too. Not a lot of people know that. But back to the single, they have some dope remixes. I love the Silky Soul 12-inch mix. You know what I'm saying? It has like a very house New Jack Swing feel.
Right.
They also have a black or white underground club mix and stuff like that too, which is like an extended version of the song.
Mm.
So must have in your collection. You know what I'm saying? I also, like I said, if y'all didn't know, I also had the Smooth Criminal single, which I explained the reason why I got that because I always loved the video version, the longer version of Smooth Criminal more than like the album version. Because it always irritated me how in the
Uh,
second verse they say those first two lines and they jump to the bridge, but then you
right.
watch the video, it has that bridge, that instrumental break, that dun 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 dun. Oh my god! But
Is there a when you say the long version? Is that what's the version from Moonwalker?
that's the version I'm talking about.
So it has like the stuff with the dialogue in it.
You mean like with the children talking?
Yeah, and Joe Pesci.
No, no.
Okay.
It's just literally the song, not like the actors in the video.
Oh, okay, okay.
Must have in your collection. Um, I'm gonna show a CD. I have 3 CDs left. I'll show one. So we recently just done a review on this album and everything like that. It's from, ironically, a rock group. It's No Doubt with the Beacon Street collection. This album came out in 1993. This was their second album that they came out with. Oh, excuse me, it came out in 1995. Excuse me. Honestly, this one was okay. It was a step above the first album. I ain't gonna hold you. We've done a review on this one. But you know me, when it came to No Doubt, I love everything from Tragic Kingdom onward. I feel like the
Right,
first two albums are kind of like acquired taste and stuff like
right.
that too. Y'all can check out the review we done on this. I'm so glad I got this in my collection. It's on you, Sean.
All right. All right. I got Calvin Harris, the DJ Club DJ Calvin Harris. Um, definitely put out some hits in the past. He had like the joint with Rihanna, and he had an album called Funk Wave Bouncers Volume One, and this had a whole bunch of artists: Snoop Dogg, Schoolboy Q. We had the Slide single with Franco from the Migos was on here. Um, who else is on this joint? It's Pharrell is on here. Katy Perry. I think the Katy Perry song was a single. Definitely like this compilation. It's really smooth melodies, R&B, and hip hop, and it's one of those summer albums. You put it on, you can play right through. Love Calvin Harris, dope club DJ, and I got some Blu-rays, Reg, and some 4Ks at the start of the year that I've never showed. Um, from Macabre Daily was running a giveaway that I end up winning. I won it in December, but for whatever reason, it took like a whole month for them to send it to me. So I got it in January, and it's a collection of the old school Dracula films, or like Dracula films that they considered classic. You had what's his name, Christopher Lee in Dracula Prince of Darkness.
Right.
They released that on Blu-ray. That's from the how you call it, the Hammer set or whatever. That was a great movie. You got another Christopher Lee um Dracula from the Bride of Dracula collector's edition, and you had Leslie Nielsen. He did a horror comedy, Dracula and Loving It, on Blu-ray. Rest in peace to Leslie Nielsen. They got the Naked Gun reboot coming out with Liam Neeson.
God, why are they
Yeah.
doing that?
Yes, the trailer's out. I believe that's coming out in August. I want to say it's coming out in the summertime. So I want to say Liam Neeson is playing his son. So that's coming out. I don't know why they're doing a reboot. I think the original was the best. And then you got another Dracula film that kind of went under the radar with Gerard Butler and Omar Epps. This is Dracula 2000 on Blu-ray. And this one, I don't like. I think this is like the first time I saw Gerard Butler in the movie. I didn't like him as Dracula though, and it was just the whole cast is all fucked up. I don't know how you got Omar Epps in this film with a whole bunch of nobodies, but I didn't care for this film. But this was part of the set. And then they sent me another Blu-ray set with Waddy, not Waddy Herzog, with Warner Herzog, I think it is. I think that's his name. I don't know who the fuck he is, but they sent me some Herzog collection. I might end up just selling this shit because I don't know who the hell he is, and I'm definitely not gonna watch it. So it's gonna remain sealed until I sell it off. But that was like their horror set that they had, and I won that whole set, and they sent it to me in January. So
Okay. Dope. Dope. All right. This next album, I'm not gonna lie, I got it because it was like it was in a dollar sale and everything like that too. It's Atlantic Star with their "As the Band Turns" album from 1985.
nice.
This was the album that they did um, with Barbara Weathers because she replaced Sharon Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should know I was always a fan of the Sharon era of Atlantic Star, but at the same time, this album has some okay songs. I hate to break it to you, I've always hated that song "Secret Lovers."
Oh man,
I've always
that's a great video.
hated
You didn't like
that
that one?
fucking no.
Wow.
Secret Lovers, please. Like, because when Barbara came, they got more ballad heavy and stuff. They went as they didn't have that unique sound they had when Sharon was still in the picture. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? But songs like "Freakeristic" was cool. "In the Heat of the Passion" was alright. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Even though this was like the beginning of like their more mainstream period,
Mm-hmm.
I consider this the beginning of the end. That's just my
Wow, wow.
personal opinion. I know this is
That's
gonna be
the beginning of the end.
controversial to a lot of people. 'Cause a lot of fans love this album, but
Mhm.
uh, it's okay. All right, I'm gonna blow your minds with this one. This is another one, stand up comedian comedy, stand up comedy albums and shit like that too. This is from one of my personal favorite stand up comedians, favorite actors of all time. Is Steve Martin with "Let's Get Small."
Like,
Yes, yes, this Steve Martin. Before he had all white hair and shit like that
mm,
too.
right.
This album came out in 1977. It won the Grammy for Best Comedy Album in 1978. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? It's kind of crazy too because it's kind of crazy because he was nominated with a lot of heavy hitters like George Carlin's "On the Road," then the Saturday Night Live album and
right.
stuff like that. Which I didn't even know there was a Saturday Night Live album, but that's crazy. But yeah, this album was very dope. This was actually the album that introduced his famous catchphrase, "Well, excuse me." You know what I'm saying? Which
Mm-hmm.
that was like his tagline and stuff like that too. Quintessential Steve Martin right here, in my opinion, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I wish he would do stand up comedy, but I feel like he still had a very dope career and everything. Like, look at this nigga right here, man. You can't hate you can't hate on Steve Martin.
Oh no.
Anybody that hates on Steve Martin, I just don't trust them. I'm sorry. I just don't trust him.
Uh,
Mm. It's on you.
all right. I got a mixtape that is still sealed. I forgot I have this. I think I got this. Might have been earlier this year, but this was a huge mixtape for this artist, and he was on his run. Not only on Rockefeller releasing his albums, but with his own crew, State Property. Beanie Siegel, still number one. The mixtape,
Oh,
out of print, classic mixtape. This is Beans in His Bag right here. The best we ever gonna get from Beans. And man, the joints on this album. He had joints like All Night and All Eyes on State P. He had The Rain. He had Same Old Thing. He was definitely in his bag on this one. Like all his mixtapes at that point, anything with Beans and with State Property, was they were killing it on the streets. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Young Gunners had their own mixtapes, and Young Chris and Petey was doing his own thing with his mixtapes, and everybody was doing something. Even Oskino and Sparks, and this mixtape is one of his best ever. And I'm happy to have it. Uh, I don't know if I showed this. I don't know if I showed these. I know I got these like late last year. I don't know if I showed them. I got like a pack of Young Timmy rap cards,
Ooh.
big and small, and I didn't even know they had the like the big ones. Like it looked like fucking um like memory cards,
Yeah.
like Pictionary cards and shit. Like they're like this.
Oh, I never seen those versions.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I got it. I got a pack in the mail. Shout out to Darrell D from Milwaukee. I believe he lives in Arizona now. Huge hip hop collector. He gets a lot of rare vinyl and cards and comics, and we did the 20th anniversary movie review for Sin City. That was great. We're gonna be doing more stuff like that this year. And he sent me a lot of different collectibles and the Young TV rap cards. I have a couple of these, but this is like a whole like pack with like you had Lord Finesse, the great Lord Finesse from DITC. You got Supernatural, Underground MC Supernatural. Great artist as well. You had what else was in this pack? You got Elder Sensei from the Artifacts. Shout out to Elder Sensei, New Jersey legend. You know what I mean? Just a great pack of rare cards, and a lot of these are like underground cats. You got Destroy. Destroy have his own show. I believe it's on. This is on Sirius. I believe it's on. He have his own show. He's from the Arsonist. Shout out to Destroy. And again, you got another I got another Supernatural card. Supernat, great lyricist. You got Blue in Exile from California doing their thing. Cannibal Ox.
Dope group.
Yeah, very underrated. Another Elder Sensei card. This just a great pack of underground hip hop artists. Shout out to Darrell D for that. And he also sent me some movie cards. I have an unopened pack of Topps Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie cards from the original 1990 movie.
That movie was
I love
interesting.
that. I love that. That's like the best one to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the best one.
Yeah.
And then they started doing,
Crap.
Secret of the Ooze and all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And only thing I remember about that was Vanilla Ice being in it. And that shit was crap.
The less said about Vanilla Ice, the better.
Right. And then you had part 3 with they were like samurai warriors and shit, and then they rebooted the whole damn thing. Now they supposed to be coming out with another one. So I don't know.
Okay.
It's called.
Definitely. It's crazy. I just recently got some Pokemon cards too. But I'm not gonna hold you. I was trying to get some so I can make a buck out of it, but I
Right.
might just get this. I might just get the CD lot either today or tomorrow because the motherfucker I tried to sell it to, like, well, we kind of want the older cards, even though I gave him like hella holographics and shit, which I kind of got, but he was one of them nerds I just can't fucking stand. I hate using that. Fuck it. He pissed me off.
Nerd.
I brought in 100 and something cards and stuff like that. You could at least give me some money for that shit. Come on, bitch.
Cracker nerd. Okay.
All right. So I got about 5 albums left and shit.
Okay.
I got 5 albums left in a DVD. I was gonna show.
Nice.
All right. Excuse me. Oh, did I tell you what happened with the Black Sabbath shit I was trying to get?
No, what happened with that?
Okay, so I gotta take a pause right quick because this pissed me off. So, spoiler alert: the
Uh,
main grab for this collection video was going to be the first four Black Sabbath albums on CD because
mhm,
I was trying to talk about them, but I wanted to get a physical copy. I
right.
bought it from the motherfucker on Amazon, right? The
Mhm,
motherfucker sent me a Black Sabbath compilation, which pissed me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So I told Amazon they're
mhm,
gonna send me a replacement item, but I don't some real shit. I don't trust that fucking shit too because
right.
I'm just looking at myself like, how do you fuck that shit up? Like the only truthful thing about that compilation was it was came before this too, but I'm like, no, I
Right.
want the first four Black Sabbath albums. So
Right. Right.
now I gotta wait till I gotta mail this shit either today or tomorrow and stuff like that.
Mhm,
Which that shit, when I tell you that shit made me mad, and I was already kind of having a bad day too. Like, ooh, but anyway, this is why I prefer eBay than Amazon when I'm buying CDs. If I do shit on Amazon, I'm just gonna see if there's a Prime, because that shit's gonna come real fast and stuff. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But
Right. Right.
this album was like a controversial album when it came out in the '80s.
Mhm,
It reflected a certain time that people love to forget about. It's the Sun City Artists United Against Apartheid and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this album came out in 1985. So the story goes, this was actually like a project that was formed by Stevie Van Zandt, who
mhm,
was the guitarist for Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band and whatnot. And these days, he's more known for playing Silvio Dante from The Sopranos and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So while he was touring and traveling, he went to South Africa. And this was around the time when they were going through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he actually urged a lot of artists to boycott Sun City and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time too, he wanted to actually use artists that actually stood up against like their labels, stood up against social causes and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't getting like the usual mainstream pop stars at that time too. Oh, who are some of the artists that was on here? Just to name a few: Africa Bambaataa, Curtis
mhm.
Blow, Eddie Kendricks, David Ruffin, Run DMC, Gil Scott Heron, Pete Townsend, Peter Wolf, Bobby Womack, Melly Mel, just to name a few, and
Wow.
everything like that. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I've never actually heard this album, but I know the song Sun City, which I love that record. Hot take.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Uh-oh.
I like Sun City more than We Are the World.
What? I never even heard of this Sun City shit. What is
You
this?
never heard what?
Never heard of it. No.
Yeah, you are an
What year
80s
was that?
kid. 85. Ah, ah.
What was the cause for? What was it like for world hunger or something?
Protesting against the apartheid, however you say that shit. I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying? That shit in South Africa, you know?
Apartheid, you mean?
Apartheid, yeah.
I never heard of this shit. Never heard of it.
You, wow.
That's why I was like, I don't know what the hell you talking about. Sun City. What is that?
What?
Never heard of it. What label was it on?
He released it on EMI Manhattan. You know what I'm saying?
I never heard of it.
Okay, I'm
When
gonna
did that,
send, I'm
when
gonna
did
send
that label fold? Because EMI folded the regular EMI folded a long time ago. So when did EMI Manhattan fold?
that's a good question
I
because
never knew they even had a EMI Manhattan.
yeah, they called it Manhattan Records. That was the original name and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Wow.
yeah, yeah, man, I'm gonna send you the song and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Yeah.
very heavy song and stuff. I'm not even the biggest Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band head like
Right.
that, but I do like what Steven did. I have
Mhm.
nothing against We Are the World too. We Are the World is a great song, but a lot of those protest songs, once We Are the World and Do They Know It's Christmas, everyone want to do protest songs. Like they would just protest about some stupid shit and stuff like that. But then I'm more of like self destruction. We all in the same gang. Pump the Fist, the one with Ice Cube, Cam, all them niggas.
Mhm.
The point song for see the
Right.
hip hop song, the hip hop protest
Yeah.
song. That's the one I resonate
The
with. But
MLK
yeah,
song too was good.
bingo, yes.
Yeah,
But
that was
yeah,
a good one.
I may talk about this album one day, but Alright. Then I got probably my only jazz album I have in my collection, surprisingly. Is in this collection is Ramsey Lewis Trio with Reunion. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying? Um this was like a blind buy. I'm gonna be real with you because I'm just looking at myself like I like the cover. Anytime it's a jazz cover, it's a black and white cover. You know it's good at. You know it's a good jazz album. That's all I'm gonna say. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Let me pull up some shit. So this album came out 1983 and everything like that. So you know what I'm saying? Ramsey Lewis Trio. I'm not the biggest expert. I know a lot of this stuff was sampled in hip hop and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Ramsey Lewis, by the way. And I know about the Sun Goodness album that he dropped with the Earth, Wind, and Fire production. That's my biggest memory. But I thought it was like a '70s jazz album, but '80s jazz, I'm kind of scared about listening to because some '80s jazz might have like a lot of R&B textures to it. They might label it as jazz, but it's technically R&B, and that's one thing I don't like about jazz after maybe '77, '78.
Right.
And main example, look at the stuff Herbie Hancock was doing in the '80s and stuff like that. That's yeah, I'm more '60s, '70s Herbie Hancock, not the '80s. But I might listen to this one. I'll let y'all know what I think about it. All right, it's on you, Bob.
All right. Shout out to my homie Jalen, hip hop soul Jalen, R&B singer. This man is a fashionista. He has his own clothing line called
Hey,
the
listen.
R&B B-Boy Clothing, and he sent me some shirts in the mail with his logo. Shout out to you, Jalen.
That dude
Different
fire.
colors. Yeah, you got different colors. You know, you got hoodies, a whole bunch of shit coming out. Follow him on Instagram, Hip Hop Soul Jalen. Thanks for the shirts. Shout out to Mr. Nicky T. No, shout out to the shirt farm. Um, Another clothing line that he makes different tees, you know, from classic Disney films, The Lion King or Aladdin, um, a lot of the newer shit. Like I don't watch the new Disney shit, but he made one for the Mighty Ducks, and I got one of these joints.
Oh wow, is
Yeah.
that the Pokemon? No, that's the Mighty
Nah, that's the
Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, the hockey team joint.
Oh yeah, that bullshit movie back in
Yeah.
the day.
So he does his own designs. He's a white dude, cool white dude. Um, he has different designs for his favorite Disney films and shit. So I like the Mighty Ducks one, and he sent that to me. Shout out to Mr. Nicky's Tees, another clothing brand. Now he does more of like the Marvel, DC, comic book characters. He has different designs for them. This one I picked up was a Spider-Man joint.
That is sick.
Spider-Man on the back and all that. Yeah, like he goes all out. He goes all out.
I like when motherfuckers be creative and shit with that. You know.
Yeah,
All right.
yes, definitely. And I picked up we had a convention here 2 weeks ago for the hat pin convention. Shout out to all the hat pin creators and the hat pin community. Hat pins are like a thing now where you can add your pins. You still got like a Biggie Smalls pin to my New York Yankees hat. It's like a whole community now for like designing pins for like your fitted hats, your dad hats, your snapbacks, even your jackets. And I picked up some pins, but I also picked up this Cobra Kai t-shirt of
Ooh,
the show. You know, that just ended on Netflix. You also got the Karate Kid films coming out. The new one coming out at the end of this month with Ralph Macchio was in that. And I'm hoping they tie in Cobra Kai to that Karate Kid film. You know what I'm saying? But it's supposed to be like a post credit scene in that film at the end. I'm hoping it's somebody from Cobra Kai in that new Karate Kid film. But it looks good. I might go see it. So it's on you.
You got some dope shit. Dope shit. All right. I got another stand-up comedy album. Again, this one's like a blind buy because I never really had any albums from this lady. This stand-up comedian, I mostly like her for her acting. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? She was in some favorite movies of mine, but I never actually bought a comedy album. And ironically, this also won a Grammy and stuff like that for comedy recording. And she was actually the first woman to win it. And y'all gonna be shocked. I got Lily Tomlin with "This Is a Recording." This album
Nice.
came out 1971.
Dope.
Again, I'm not the biggest Lily Tomlin fan. I do feel like she's very talented. Don't get me wrong. She was in very dope movies and stuff like that too. I never actually paid attention to a stand-up comedy like that and everything because my biggest memory of her was really, and I'm showing off my age, is voicing the teacher from Magic School Bus and everything,
Okay.
like Miss Fizzle. Yeah, that crazy white lady and shit. The crazy white lady that never taught students a damn thing, but just made them all take acid and just drive around in the Magic School Bus with Little Richard singing the theme song and shit.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, but you know what? I'm actually glad I got this album. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely going to give her a chance and shit.
Yeah.
All right. I got 2 CDs left in the DVD collection, so I'm about to show the DVD. Fuck it. So this is from one of my favorite shows that we've also talked about. I'm so glad I got this version. It's the Jeffersons Complete Series.
Oh wow.
The deluxe version, and I'm explaining.
Classic right there.
Yes, a show we all liked and shit.
So we all like. Oh man.
We better like this shit because
Right.
now, if you guys have been watching, I've been stacking up on DVDs and videotapes because I fucking hate streaming now because they always taking shows out, putting them back in, and they don't have sometimes the complete shows
Mhm.
when you watch. Back in the day, the Jeffersons used to be on streaming, but now they show like
Right.
2 seasons, they rotate seasons, and I'm like, I don't have time. I'm just going to buy the DVD. But
Mhm.
I'm glad I got this version because it came out with not just the whole complete series, but they also have a book on the history of the show. Then they also have Marla Gibbs' short-lived spinoff Checking In back in 1981 that ran for 4 episodes.
Mhm.
Honestly, I'm not really in a rush to get all that. I'm glad I got it, but you're not missing much with that spinoff. They
Right.
got the original Jefferson's pilot that was an All in the Family episode.
Mhm.
They got an episode from this TV show called ER, not the ER with George Clooney, but it was a show back in the '80s where Sherman Hemsley guest starred as George Jefferson
Oh
and
wow.
stuff like that too. But it didn't save the ratings because it was canceled after one season too.
Was
You know
that
what
a
I'm saying?
comedy or drama?
Yeah, it was a comedy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so glad I got this. I know when it comes to the normal year shows, I do got the Mod complete series, and I got the One Day at a Time complete series. The rest of the shows like All in the Family, Sanford and Son, Good Times, I'm not really in a rush to get. I might get a few DVDs from All in the Family because, of course, streaming does not always have all the episodes of All in the Family. Which I
Yeah.
might have to do a video on why I don't like streaming sometimes because the pros and cons of streaming. Because especially when you watch like some shows and they just want to fuck up the episodes and like,
Right. And they
but
don't have the special features. You still got to get the 4K for the special features
right,
or the Blu-ray.
and like that's why I like Disney Plus and Tubi because once a movie or show is on there, they should stay there mostly forever
Right.
and stuff
Right.
like that. Netflix, you got to 1 minute it's on Netflix, then it's on Stars,
Mhm.
then it's on some shit some shit you never even heard before. Like what?
Netflix. See the thing with Netflix, like for the most part, like if it's their own show or their own movie, they're gonna keep it on their database. But if it's like something they're licensing, it's here today and then tomorrow is gone.
And once Netflix started having their own shows, I knew it was going to be the beginning of the end for a lot of older favorites and stuff like that too. Because
Yeah.
like it's cool to have one or two new shows, but it's like every week Netflix, Hulu, they have some new show. I'm just looking at myself like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Mhm.
but yeah, man. You know what? I'm just gonna show these last two, and then you can
Okay.
just take over the rest of stuff. Because yeah. So this next one right here is from an artist that recently passed away. Honestly, 2025 have not really been a good year for some older R&B vets, and this particular passing kind of hit me hard because I grew up on this artist, and it's Roberta Flack with "Killing Me Softly."
Nice.
This album came out in 1973. This is actually her fourth studio album. Yeah, man, like Roberta Flack in the 70s, man, she was just eating, like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Because, people always want to say, oh, it was all about Aretha and Diana's and the Shakas, which I love all of them, but Roberta Flack, her music is just, it just hits you in a certain place. And yes, judging by the title, this is the album with the classic song of the same name. You know what I'm saying? Which we all know was covered by the Fugees and
Yeah.
everything like that too. But what many people don't even know was that the Roberta Flack song was actually a cover itself. That was not her original song. The original version was from a folk singer named Lori Lieberman and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what the irony is? You know
Mhm.
what the irony is?
It's the album.
His version never charted. However,
Mhm.
Roberta Flack's version not only charted, but it won a Grammy for Record of the Year and Pop Vocal Performance from a Female. Then
Wow.
years later, the Fugees won a Grammy for Best R&B Performance for their version. And little Lori Lieberman is forgotten with his original version of the song. That's
Could it be topped again though? Do you think a third time it could happen? And who could do it?
I mean, that song has been covered by a lot of people too, you know what I'm saying?
Uh,
But at the same time, it's just like you never know. You never know. But this album has songs like Jesse, which was a tribute to Jesse Jackson. When You Smile. I'm more of a fan of the album Quiet Fire and everything, but this album is not bad either. This is quintessential Roberta Flack. Rest in peace to Roberta Flack too. I got to get some more albums from her. And the last album I have for my collection, um, this album again, this one is like a blind buy, but I'm kind of grateful I got this album because when it comes to this certain artist and stuff like that, I do feel like he's kind of underrated. It's Mad Cobra with the Milkman album.
yes, man. I had that and I didn't like it.
So you didn't like the? Oh wow,
Nah, I didn't. I don't even remember any singles that came off with it. I remember getting that from Columbia House back in the day, and I didn't like none. I didn't like none of those songs on it.
I feel you. Well, I've never heard this
What was the
album.
big hit off of it? Oh, what was the big singles off? I don't think he had any big hits on it.
Hold on, I'm on Wikipedia right now. Um,
Now his first album was great. Hard to Wet.
Big Long Jump.
I don't even remember how that song went. His first album was great. Hard to Wet, Easy to Dry. That was a great album.
That was
But
classic.
his second one, I was like, what is this shit? I do
Yeah,
not. I did not play it.
man. But like I said, well, when you say you didn't like it, now I have disappointed.
No,
I
well,
don't
I
know
mean,
about
you
this one.
might like it. I mean, I don't remember no big hits from that second album.
Shoot, because I feel like once a lot of dancehall acts, they have that surprising U.S. hit.
Right.
The labels try to Americanize their sounds. So I think that's what happened with Mad Cobra
Yeah.
or some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because '96 was the era of like the Mad Lions, the Bounty
Mhm.
Killers, and
Yeah.
everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Which Bounty Killers album, that Experience album, ooh,
Yes.
yes. The Mad Lion with
Mm-hmm.
his first album,
Yeah.
classic. That might be my favorite dancehall album of all time, low key.
Definitely.
So I'll definitely talk about this album one day. And that's all I got for right now. I'm trying to get a CD lot, so be on the lookout for that. I might have some extra shit coming in the next couple of weeks.
Dope. All right. Shout out to all my sneakerheads. You know how we do.
Oh, you got the
I had,
sneaks now.
I had to pick this up for the summer. Sour apple dunks. We're going with some bright shit this summer. Complete with white laces as well. I love it. I got a few pair of dunks. You see all those boxes right
Oh,
there? That's all sneakers. You see all
you
those
got the
boxes
De
right
La
there?
Souls. No,
Huh?
no, never mind. I thought you got the De La Souls for a minute.
Nah, these are dunks.
Ah,
Sour apple dunks. All those boxes, those are all sneakers. You know how our sneakerheads do, man. We
of
keep we
course.
keep our shit in the boxes in mint condition. You know what I mean? For those, I'm gonna be rocking. I'm gonna rock those to the summer, but there's some other joints I'm gonna rock as well. But yeah, I had to get those. Shout out to Hustle Addicts. Shout out to them. They sent me this varsity jacket in the mail. Upcoming clothing brand. Follow them on Instagram.
Mm. Try about to be styling this summer. He better have
You
something
already
locked.
know. You already know how I do, man.
Shit.
This is more like a spring jacket, but the problem is it's hot, so I haven't been able to watch to wear it yet. The tag is still on it. You know what I mean? But they sent me this in the mail. Shout out to them. They're gonna be coming out with more different jackets and shirts and hats and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, Pressure Clothing. Shout out to them. I got this jogger set in the mail from them. This is the pants. Got the hoodie.
Nice.
Shout out to them. Pressure Clothing. Follow them on Instagram. Yeah, I can wear this now. 'Cause, the weather is made for jogger sets, but that coat, that jacket, I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna wear that. Can't wear it in 80 degrees.
For
Um,
real.
the weather's crazy.
Especially since it
Uh,
got hotter. Oh, I'm sorry.
huh?
Especially since it got hotter earlier than
Yeah.
expected.
So I can't wear it right now. Maybe if it's like, I know it's supposed to be in the 60s this week. With rain, so I could
Oh
wear it
yeah.
then. You know what I mean? It'll be cool off in about Tuesday, Wednesday. Um, I got a comic in the mail. Shout out to Darrell D again. He sent me some more comics in the mail. This one we're gonna actually review this on Instagram Live coming up. From the author Rodney Barnes. Rodney Barnes is a black author. He's made he brought back Blackula. If you remember Blackula, the 70s
Yeah.
Dracula. He has a comic book for Blackula that he released. I think it was last year or year before last, and brought back Blackula to today's era. And he also has this another comic book line called Philadelphia. This is it right here. And he also great author, and we're definitely gonna be reviewing this. It's like a horror story to this one, and can't wait. So
I
definitely
I
gonna be
I,
doing it.
I already love the title and shit.
Yeah, Philadelphia is dope. And I don't know if I showed these. Like I got a shitload of comics. Like I haven't even read none of these, but I don't know if I showed them on here before though. But I know I got
Hold on, wait
them.
a minute. So I'm sorry
Huh?
to cut you off. It's funny how you never read some of them come, but you always get at me when I don't open a lot of my vinyls and CDs and shit.
Yeah, but that's different. That shit you can play
How is
now.
that
Like,
different?
but yeah, but I gotta actually like make time to read all of these. You know what I'm saying? And I have to like pick a day when I'm not doing no live stream or anything to actually read some of these comics. You know what I'm saying? An
Understandable.
album is different. It's like an album. I could just rip it open and play it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can clean your house or do laundry while you listen to the album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I gotta be in the mood to actually like read a lot of these different comics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I got Namor, the character Namor. Namor was in Black Wakanda Forever, and he has his own comic book, and he was like an arch rival of T'Challa. This one I haven't read yet. That's why it's still sealed. At some point I will read it. There's a comic book for the Wrestling Federation AEW, where the AEW wrestlers. At some point I will read it. We have Frankenstein. We have the Werewolf and Frankenstein. I don't even know if it's a team up or a battle. It's Werewolf Frankenstein. That's all I know. So at some point I'm going to read it. All of these I've had just sitting there for months. I haven't even touched them yet. We have Deadpool and Wolverine. Their team up on comic book line. You know, we had the Deadpool and Wolverine movie from last year, which was great. One of the best films of 2024. I got another Wolverine and Deadpool comic. Great. I love Wolverine. Best X-Men ever. I have another X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men, another X-Men issue. I think my homeboy around my way sent me these ones. He gave me these. I just put everything together. So Doctor Doom, I got a Doom. Is this Doom? No, this is I don't know why it says Doom on it. This is Galactus. A Galactus comic book, but it says Doom. But this is Galactus. Galactus is actually going to be in the new Fantastic Four film coming out in July. I think it's July. August is coming out. And yeah, definitely going to be one of the new Marvel baddies in this new phase for Marvel. I got another Deadpool and Wolverine comic. I'm going to read those at some point. I might have showed this one, Predator versus Black Panther. They made a whole Predator versus like the Justice League and Predator versus Spider. I think the new one now is Spider-Man versus Predator, and they have Predator versus Black Panther. This one was really good. Yeah, this one was good. They also had Predator versus Wolverine, which was really good also. Last year I went Harlem had the Black Comic Book Expo. I think that was last April or May. But I had picked up some stuff and I didn't show it. And this is like one of the books, Dragon Face, Firestarter, Volume 1 Firestarter. It's some new comic book line. And I love the illustration on it. I got to meet them also. A lot of them were there. I got to meet them. Luke Cage, another Luke Cage comic book. Luke Cage, great Netflix series. They actually bring him back for the Daredevil show on Disney Plus next season. Can't wait for that. Yeah, most of these are like Luke Cage, and I got Spider-Man, Shadow of the Green Goblin. I love the illustration for this. Very dope. I think that this is which one is this? This is part 2. Part 1 is actually on here. This is part 1. And then you got part 2 on the back. And I have part 3. I love the Spider-Man. The Spider-Man ones are the best. And then you got part 4. What do I think about Black Lightning? I've only, if you're talking about the show, I only watched season 1. I didn't even watch the other seasons on the CW. They all reminded me. They all tried to do the same shit like Arrow and the Flash, and I just got bored.
Dope shit, bro.
This one, I think I did show this one. Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong. I don't know if I showed this one. Yeah, this one they did a whole. DC did this one. DC they did a whole story arc with Godzilla against the Justice League, and he's fighting Superman, and he's fighting Batman and Wonder Woman, and this was really good. Like this storyline was really good. Definitely enjoyed it. You know, I love the Justice League. and Godzilla, and then you have Kong as well. So it's like a team up where you have like Godzilla and Kong against the JL, and it was epic. Definitely great. Yeah, that's the majority of like the comic book. The comic book shit, I'm just gonna do like a whole separate live stream on like different reviews and stuff coming up for that. But that's the majority of those that I got.
Very dope collection.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So it's about 1 hour in. I might just end it off right here because it's been a long week and I might just chill out for the night. But other than that, so this week we got the I Love Lucy tribute and stuff like that. What day did I say that shit?
That's Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, Tuesday at 8 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. And
So,
then part might just take it easy. I might just have some surprises this week and everything like that too. Anything you want to say before we get out?
um, I gotta go live with Rocco because we didn't talk about the NFL draft. We got the NBA playoffs. As Detroit Pistons lost. Like I told him they would lose. So we definitely gonna go live maybe Wednesday for that. I'm also doing a new show with Chop It Up Hip Hop. Shout out to him. We're doing Chop It Up at the movies where we're gonna be discussing the new and old films and TV series. We did episode 1 to Senate. We did Sinners last week, and we did top 10 films that were top 10 movies that were from New York. That was a great IG live. So we're gonna be doing different movie related content on IG, and I'm doing the morning show with Freezy, Robs and stuff. We still doing it at night too, but they trying it out in the morning as well, like 7-8 a.m. We're gonna be doing that. Just talking about love and relationships and R&B and how it correlates to love and relationships and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really burnt out from the album reviews. I've been doing this shit for like 7-8 years, and I'm just like not really feeling the album reviews anymore like that. Like I still like there'll be certain albums that I do want to discuss. Like of course Nas Primo if they ever drop that, and that when Alchemist comes out with the Erykah Badu album, but I just need to take a break from the album reviews for a minute and just do other things that I want to discuss.
That's
You
fine
know,
with me.
you know what I mean. But I'm gonna still be on here. I'm gonna still be on. I'm not leaving the show. I'm just taking a break from the album reviews.
Okay. Well, I do. Like I said, I do respect your opinion. I was planning on taking a little break around June-ish and stuff like
Right,
that too.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I
And
mean,
even if I'm not here, like Reg, you've been doing this for a whole decade. People should still support what you do. It don't
yeah,
mean like the show must go on. Even if I'm not here, it don't mean people shouldn't show up and be like, oh well, Tron's not here. I'm not gonna watch it. Like Reg been doing this shit longer than me. You know what I'm saying? So whether he do an album review or a movie or whatever he want to talk about, people should still support what he does. That's a true day one, and there's not too many true day ones that I've seen on here. It's only Q and what's the name and Sam. Everybody else came after them. You know
true.
what I'm saying? And wherever Ronnie is, shout out to Ronnie. Ronnie was a day one also. They
And where
they showed up for anything that we did, whether we went on at 6 p.m. or 12 a.m., 3 a.m. They were always there. So shout out to the real day ones. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not always gonna be here. I'm gonna be off doing my own thing, but people should still support what Reg do.
I respect that too. And yeah, man, I definitely So like, so let's just say hypothetically, there's an album that you do want to talk about. Would you
Oh
run it
yeah,
by
not
me?
Nas and Primo. I definitely want. I mean, because you already know when Nas and Primo, if that album ever drops, and I feel like I feel like they're cooking, and hopefully it actually drops. When that album drops, everybody and their mama will want to review that album. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we come in, because we do it the best. You know what I'm saying? I challenge any platform to do it better than us. They're not. You know what I'm saying? So when that album drop, yeah, I want to talk about that. You know, when Erykah Badu drops with Alchemist, I want to talk about that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But we've been like collectively, we've been doing these album reviews for like 7, 8 years. Me, you, and Ashley, and I'm just burnt out at this point from doing album reviews. I just need to take a break from that, and at some point I'll come back to it.
And the doors are always open.
Thanks.
No problem. I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't mind the reviews because there's some reviews I like to do that no one else has ever talked about or done.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Because because I'm like, I like to call myself like a musicologist because
right,
especially when like a lot of certain songs like sample and everything like that too. I like to something like trace it back because primarily I always say this is like a hip hop channel, but I'm not afraid to jump into any other music and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And yeah, it's like sometimes like that's why I say sometimes we just like to do different shit.
Yeah,
Not always talk about the predictable shit like the current topic that everyone's talking about now. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like I text you an idea I want to do
Uh,
one day.
yeah, yeah,
It's,
for sure. See, the thing is, like, when we started doing it, and even going back to like when we was on Speaker Cloud, there wasn't none of these channels was around. And we've been doing it for so long. It's like now we see everybody and their mama think that they can do an album review, and a lot of them can't. And it's it's not stressful at all. It's very easy. It's just that I'm burnt out from doing it all the time. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like when I started my channel, I didn't start my channel to do. It's not a music channel. I just started out to just do album reviews, and that was it. Because I
Okay.
started out to do everything that I love, everything that I was interested in. So and I've been on platforms in the past where I'm the guest, and then they're labeling me as an album review, and I tell them don't do that because I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that I like that I could do, but there's so much more to me than just album review, and that's why I wanted to get away from it. And I haven't done the last real album review I did on my channel was with Eric. That was the Lord Willing joint. Like we did last year, I did a live with Rocka because he wanted to talk about GNX and he wanted to talk about Redman's album, and I let him do it because I'm like, because I know he have his own platform that he's gonna come out with, and he's gonna have music related topics. But for me, I'm already done with album reviews. Like I've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to. I don't want to be on everybody's platform and they labeling me as an album reviewer because I'm not that. There's so much more to me than just talking about albums, and I'm just at the point where I just need to take a break from that part of it and just continue to do the other things that I've been doing, and I'm loving it.
And that's the thing people always underestimate about you because you have great knowledge on a lot of other pop culture aspects other than just the music and shit. Because
Right.
they automatically look at us saying, "Oh, we gotta always talk about this. What about our thoughts on that?" You know what I'm saying? And honestly,
Right.
people always ask me, "Oh, how come you haven't talked about this and that?" Because people will talk about certain albums that's been talked about to death.
Well, and
I find
another thing is, if the people that's coming and that's talking about why don't we talk about this, y'all need to donate because I'm not doing this shit for free. I'm at the point where I'm eligible now to make reels and post and get paid by Instagram for it, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking to do content where I'm actually getting paid for what I bring out as a content creator. And that's how it should be for a lot of content creators. Red's been doing this shit for 11 years. He could be a millionaire at this point from his content. So those people that feel like we need to talk about this, it's time for y'all to pay up. They straight like that. I'm not doing no content for free anymore. I don't care what album it is, and people want to see. Oh well, you don't need to talk about this. Well, pay up now. That is what it is. And if they can't do that, then they're not real supporters of what we do. Like that.
And trust me, I've been getting my donations and shit.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not gonna support us, who else you gonna go to that's doing this shit like us? They a lot of those platforms don't even know what the fuck they talking about. They gotta look up shit on Wikipedia. That's my Wikipedia right here. I don't need to look up shit. I live this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's time that people get rewarded for their content. And that's the place that I'm at right now. And I'm not really looking forward to doing album reviews because that's because people wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's I've done a lot of album reviews for the past 7-8 years, and I'm just burnt out. And I'm not looking to do any more album reviews like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll still be on here. We'll still do like the movie stuff and the TV stuff. We got Kanan season to discuss, and BMF
Oh,
starts in June and stuff like that.
we got a lot to discuss with Kanan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna still be on here, but I'm not looking. If people are looking for us to do album reviews like that, I'm not really looking to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like done with it already. You know what I'm saying? Like we've done a ton of albums, new albums, old albums people don't never heard of. I'm just burnt out from it. You know what I'm saying? And I just need a break from doing that.
I feel you. I feel you on that too.
So we're gonna see who the real day ones are. When people come on here, we're gonna see who the real day ones are. Because I know Sam gonna be here, I know Q gonna be here, I know Eric gonna be here, the true day ones. We're gonna see all the rest of y'all that pop in once in the blue. We're gonna see if you're true day ones.
Facts. And mind you, it's not just Chuck. I still got Ashley. Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Ashley.
Me and Ashley, we gonna do a Drew Hill breakdown soon.
That's great. That's great. I might join you. I'm not a big Drew Hill fan, but the first album was like a lot of people. I remember I had like family members, cousins, and all that. I was buying that first album and bumping it all the time. So
yeah, I have my criticisms about Drew Hill, believe me. But them first two Drew Hill albums and maybe Cisco's first album, keyword maybe, I will put that in R&B playlist. Fuck that. You know.
Yeah.
So
you know what I'm saying? I
so
definitely feel like people. I would definitely tune in to you and Ashley because Ashley know her shit, and I love the fact that she had her collection is going into hip hop as well, and I love the stuff that she bought.
For real. Yeah, Ashley came a long way, definitely.
And, for sure. When we started doing this, she was all R&B. You cannot get her to buy a gangster album. You cannot get Ashley to buy that. She was all R&B, and over the years, I started to see her buying gangster albums and buying Eric B. and Rakim and all that. That's dope. That's dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then me and Mike got some stuff cooked up and everything like that. I have some dope ideas. Like I'm not gonna say it on live right now, but it's just something I'm working on. Of course, I got mine.
The show must go on, even if I'm not here. You got Mike, you got Ashley, you got Eric. There's so many people that's great content creators that people could watch besides just me and Reg all the time.
And I know also because you were also going through your sickness and everything like that too. I know I wasn't gonna force a lot of that shit on you because I know
my allergies just bothered me. That's all it was. But it just was like I just wanted to take a few days off to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hope people really enjoy these reviews because you're not gonna see it like that no more. Go back and watch all these reviews that we've done for the past 8 years.
Right. And like I said, whenever you let me know saying I just need a couple of days off, I'm like, go ahead, take as much time as you want off because you're human and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this thing is therapeutic for me, but there's other things in podcasting. That's why when sometimes motherfuckers hit me up talking about music shit, I'm cool with it, but I'm just like, look, I'm on some other shit right now. I don't even want to talk about Kanye or R. Kelly. Yeah. Like I was talking to BJ earlier. And I'm just like, BJ, man, it's like you and me, we have all this conversation, but when we try to invite your ass, and I really want him to perform, like,
how many times BJ would say, oh, he gonna start it? Yo, BJ knows shit, but I think for him to actually make his own platform and get in from the front of the camera, it's a different story for him. He can't do it. Right. Because he's been saying this for the past 2 years, like he gonna start his channel, he want us on there, he gonna talk about this, and he hasn't done it yet. It's different when you gotta go on camera by yourself and you ain't got 6 other people around you or 4 other people around you.
He did say he wanted to join when I started talking about the early Jackson 5 albums and
Okay,
stuff like
where's she at? Where's she at?
that. I want to do that in the summertime. That's coming
You
in
know what I
like
mean?
late.
I've been
Yeah,
on platforms where it was 6 of us. I've been on platforms where it was 9 of us. I've been on different platforms where it's other personalities that you got to deal with. When you by yourself and you calling your own shots and you can make your own live streams, it's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody could do it.
that's true. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna hold him to his word. I was like, yo, when I started Jackson 5, I was like,
He ain't
yo,
coming on. That nigga ain't coming on. I will bet you money night right now he ain't coming on.
because the
He's
thing
not
with
coming
BJ,
on.
like, cause he loves 60s and 70s soul a
Okay.
lot.
We all
That's his
do.
forte.
He could have
Yeah,
easily been on here with us.
yeah. And then the hip hop he loves, like he knows his hip hop too, like the Biggies and the Pete Rocks. And
And
we had a dope conversation yesterday
right.
about you
Yeah,
remember,
but we have it in the group chat. It ain't on for people
yeah,
to see. That's a whole different thing.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, like you could have easily been on with this. This whole thing about, oh, you want us to formally invite you. What the fuck is that? When if Eric show up right now, he automatically know he's getting invited. We don't need to formally go out and invite somebody to come on here.
I think he just be trying to fuck with us, but I always have love for BJ and shit. That's day one and shit.
Bro.
And then also a few more announcements before we head out. We got a top 100 cartoon series coming up in June. I got to finish
Right.
up my list
My
and
list
everything.
been done since last year, so I'm done. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, top 100 hip hop music videos. That's coming very soon too, and
So
stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the artist Sundays, artist whatever days, that's still gonna be here and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like Shots tries to, the show must go on and
yeah.
everything like that too. And if try like I said, try that door is always open. Matter of
Oh yeah.
fact,
I'm gonna definitely be here. I just need like a mental break of
yeah,
talking about albums all the damn time. I'm
you
just kind of
good,
burnt out from it. You know what I'm
you
saying?
good.
And I was feeling like this for a minute. I just was like, when I say shit and I tell you like, yo, like, do we really need to discuss every Prince album? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like every Prince album was great. That was like a hint, like, yo, I don't want to talk about these albums. Or you know what I'm saying? It's not necessary
Yeah,
for me. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Like
not gonna hold.
when we started, like it was we were hyped because it was like, you know, talking about Soul for Real first album and talking about, you know, the Mary J. Blige albums, and I was hyped for those. I don't get hyped for every album that's out there. I don't want to talk about every album that's been ever made.
And I respect that. I
You know
definitely
what I'm saying?
respect.
It gotta be an album that I'm really hyped for. Like I said, Nas and Primo, if that should drop, everybody gonna be talking about that. I'm hyped for that album. Erykah
Okay.
Badu and Alchemist. It's only certain ones, you know. Ransom and Dave East was a great album as well. The an album that I didn't expect to be good, Two Chainz and Larry June, best album to me of 2025 so far. You know what I'm saying? And those are the albums I get hyped for. I don't want to talk about every fucking Prince album and
Not,
Madonna. You know what I mean? Like I'm just burnt out at this point. It's been 8 years I've been doing this, and I just need a break from the album reviews.
I'm not gonna hold you. I love Prince, but I was even a little burnt out from the Prince reviews
Why
too.
didn't you say something?
I want to challenge
This
myself.
is your show. This is your show. So if
I
you
just,
don't want to do it, who am I to say, oh, well,
no,
Reggie,
no, no,
let's
no.
go on and
Listen,
talk about this?
listen. When we finished it, I was burnt out because I was like, let me do a little more reviews I can just easily do, or just take a day, couple days off because I want to challenge myself
Right.
by saying, and this artist has like 40 albums. Can I really do an artist who has like extensive discography? You know what I'm saying? But then some niggas, let's say we do Barry White. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
do all his albums. I'm just mostly gonna
Right.
focus on the 70s ones. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But I don't like to just do shit just to do shit. It has to be a purpose. You know what I'm saying? A purpose to do that shit.
It's not. I'm gonna still be on it. Just that I need a break from doing album reviews at all, like for good, because
Yeah,
this is really the only platform where I still do album reviews. I don't do album reviews on nobody other platforms. So it's like we've been doing it for so long. I just need a break from the album
oh
reviews.
yeah,
But we still got other great shit coming up. Just because we don't do album reviews don't mean that it's done. Like we've been doing all this shit forever. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah.
could do a movie review right now and it's gonna be great.
We do the countdown shows
You know
too.
what I
Don't
mean?
forget that.
Yeah, we do the beat battles. Like we're the only ones that's doing beat battles. Nobody else is doing the beat battles that we do.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
CD.
So
You'll, oh,
it's not the end of the world because if we don't do album reviews. Like we've done like thousands of album reviews. We're good.
yeah, CD. The reviews ain't going nowhere. I'm still gonna be here. Mike's still gonna be here.
Yeah.
I still got some shit coming.
We're doing I Love Lucy. We're doing the I Love Lucy on Tuesday. That's gonna be great.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see
I show that I grew up with. I show that we actually both love because I grew up on that on I Love Lucy.
That's my second favorite sitcom behind
Yeah,
Taxi.
that's gonna be a great series review.
Right. Yeah, and after Lucy, we got Golden Girls too. Don't forget
And we
that.
got Golden Girls, another one that I grew up on. Great show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, try. Try. Don't get me wrong. You know you're always gonna be there. You know you're always gonna be here and shit like that. If you want to branch out, and do different shit. I'm always gonna be a number one supporter.
Right.
Like
Thanks.
fuck all those other motherfuckers who want to talk shit about you behind your back. Fuck that platform that try to talk mad shit about you.
They missing me. They missing me. The fact that you can sit up there and talk on me for a whole year, which means you miss me so much. I'm glad that you miss me.
I haven't heard good shit about them since you left. What was that shit called?
Yeah.
80s, 90s? 80s,
Yeah,
90s?
but but they went in a different route. They want to talk about gossip shit. They want to talk about TMZ type of shit and what Joe Buttons do. I'm not Joe Budden. I'm my own person. I can't do what Joe Budden do. And I damn sure don't care about gossip from celebrities. So that's why I have to leave that platform.
Exactly. Well, that's why a lot of these
I'll be here for the zero review. Whenever we do that, I'll be there. I'll be here for that.
Well, I might do that next Sunday.
Right. Okay.
Are you sure?
I might be there for that.
Okay. I'll let you know. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the donation CD, I still got you. I'm sorry I had to push it back. With my uncle's death and me getting a new job, life's been taking some different turns in my life too and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I still got you, and I'm John Dixon. I still got you on that trifling album review and stuff like that too. I definitely got to pre-record that. You know what I'm saying? So, but other than that, one more thing I do gotta mention. Oh yeah, we are almost close to the 2K subscribers mark and everything. I know y'all want my thoughts on the questionnaire, but you got to get them subscribers up, like the video, share the video, do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's in my vault. I actually put that in a flash drive because I was eating up a lot of my data and stuff like that. I'm just like, no, I need my hard disk drive, man, because I be making beats like every day and everything. So, yeah, man, like I said, the reviews, they're still going to be here and everything. They're still going to be here. I still got some shit. There might be a mixture pre-recorded. There might be a mixture of live recordings, and even like the live shows. I don't even like going past an hour and everything like that.
Right.
That's why it's like an hour. I'm like, okay, I can't sit down for 3 hours, 4 hours. That's why I like Evie Mux. Because Evie Mux say 30 more minutes. I'm like, you had to tell me twice because that one time
I love see the things like when me and Bash they ain't talking about music and we talking about sports and other things and sometimes we get political. Like time go by, you know what I'm saying? So then it'd be like when I look at the time, it's like, damn, it's already 3 hours we've been on it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking at the time because we just freestyling it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're not going by like an album review or this what we got to talk about next, and it's just all natural.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I remember that one time we did that book collection. That was like 4 or 5 hours. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
I had to pause. I had to turn off the camera so I could scratch myself. I'm just like, shit, man.
Wasn't that was like 6 hours? 6 hours or something like that?
Yeah. At that point, I'm just like, yeah, 2 hours the limit.
Yeah.
And even that's why I stopped streaming. Even streaming, they be fucking up some shit. That's have to come back, and people had issues. That was also ruining the streaming flow and everything. That's why Evie Mux. I like this Evie Mux shit because 2 hours, y'all just say, you gotta be out of here. But other than that, be on the lookout for I Love Lucy Tuesday at 8 p.m. and everything like that too. I gotta go out of town Tuesday. I should be back before 8 p.m. and stuff. I'll send you the invite early that morning before I go out of town and everything. And yeah, like I said before, I do have maybe a CD lot coming in the mail, depending on what I find, because I'm trying to make some extra loot selling some CDs. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for that. I also got some more stuff coming in the mail, maybe sometime this month and next month. So, man, appreciate this try as usual. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers when I see y'all. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to both of our shits. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.